What is going on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick? How's it going, everybody? Welcome into week 4 waiver wire breakdown. A lot to talk about this week. More injuries keep piling up. I got Bobby's new article pulled up with me right now. I got Bobby here with me. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you've been coming back week after week, we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming back again. Let's talk some more football. And as always, please hop in the comments here. No TikTok today, Bobby, because we're still banned because we don't do enough gaming content. So, apparently they don't want sports over on TikTok, but we're doing just fine over on the other platforms that we stream to. So how are you doing today, man? How the waiver wire, are you feeling like we're starting to get a little dry, or are we doing okay still?
I think we're starting to see, as I mentioned in the article, just a lot of the same names popping up is the biggest issue that we're having right now. A lot of frequent flyers that we've kind of already discussed in depth. And also some people that really shouldn't be on waivers if you're claiming to be in a serious league like a lot of y'all like to brag about out there and talk about how you tear up so-and-so's prison wallet if they were in a league with you and you get the opportunity to and you just barely put up any arch on it. So
that's a great way to put that, Bobby. I wish I had this guy in my league. A lot of those type of guys. Is that what you're talking about there?
Yeah, yet I'm seeing Trey Benson's one or number 2 most added guy off waivers this week, and I'm things that make you go, huh, as Jeff Foxworthy would say.
Absolutely. How is that guy available? Bobby, we already got 2 comments coming in from YouTube. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys are already subscribed. We have Jorge Senior Touchdown. We're going to call him Senior Touchdown. He says, what's up, gents? Just got offered BTJ for my Garrett Wilson. Your thoughts? Thank you.
I'm keeping Garrett Wilson.
Are you? Okay, I was going to say this is an interesting one.
100%. I would take that before they realize they're making a huge mistake. You take Garrett Wilson, you don't look back.
I don't know. I think BTJ might bounce back. This is Bobby is currently a BTJ owner. So that is, let me minimize the article real quick. We got a couple comments. Of course, a spam one from Kick because that's all we get from Kick. But I don't know, man. I think I still like BTJ. Is it just like a targets thing, and you think Fields is coming back sooner? Because I think there's better days ahead with Lawrence.
I'm just out on the Jags as a whole. I don't know. I'm in a conundrum in Dynasty because I'm not getting any offers except for the one that you and I are discussing for BTJ.
Yes,
so it just puts me in a position where if I'm not getting offers or I'm only getting one offer, I feel like I'm selling him at his absolute lowest right now. So I kind of have no choice except but to hold and wait and pray to God that he gets better. But personally, the drops are concerning. That's a big thing. Constantly dropping what he does get. He's getting the targets. They're just either not catchable or he's catching them and then dropping it. Trevor Lawrence, I still have no idea what to make of Trevor Lawrence. Everybody's like, give him time, give him time. It's been, 4 or 5 years now? I think he's had enough time. But I'm also trying to tell myself it is a new coordinator. It is a new coach. It's a whole new scheme, right? So they have to gel together. It's only week 3, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, if you're getting this, especially in a redraft league, and somebody's still willing to offer you Garrett Wilson, who's still in a just way better situation than me, that doesn't have to try to navigate a new coordinator and all this other crap, or if he has, because I know that they cleaned house, the Jets did.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm seeing so far from Garrett Wilson tells me that they've got it figured out. And I think if Fields comes back, that's even better, and they already have that connection from OSU. And even if he doesn't, guess what? We just saw he still gets the volume, and he still is the number 1, and he still gets the targets. So, I mean, I personally in Dynasty am kind of left holding the bag on BTJ, hoping it turns around because he's got nothing, right? Like you're either selling low for peanuts and hoping that whoever you get in return can do what he did just last season, right? So it's like it's a tough situation because you're like, okay, the guy was just a top 5 receiver in all of fantasy just last year. Is he hurt? Is he not with the wrist? Who knows? But I mean, he's kind of like Ladd McConkey. That's another receiver going through the exact same thing right now. What the hell do you do if you have Ladd McConkey? Obviously, Quentin Johnston's breaking out. That makes it a little bit different. Nobody's really pulling ahead in an exceptional way over BTJ on the Jags, like you have QJ seemingly breaking out in LA. But I mean, all in all, like I said, if I'm in a redraft league and somebody's walking up to me right now with Garrett Wilson for BTJ, I'm taking it and I'm not looking back.
Let's see. Yeah, Noah's saying that he's a BTJ can't catch a cold, and that he was top 5 with Mac Jones.
That's another thing people say. It's like, is Mac Jones better than Trevor Lawrence? Fuck, maybe. Maybe right. At this point. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We got another comment from Sam21. He says, I have Mason, Kamara, Judkins, Benson, Hubbard, and Pollard. Start 4, bench 2. Who should I start?
Well, you're starting Judkins, you're starting Benson, and I think you're starting Pollard. And then I heard Kamara, and who else?
Kamara, Mason, and Hubbard would be the other 3.
I think I'd keep trotting out Mason as my 4th. So I'm
over
rolling
Hubbard.
I've never been a Hubbard guy, and this past week did not make that any better for me. I'm not a Mason guy either, but I mean, right now, Mason, you ride that pony until Aaron Jones does or doesn't come back. Especially since they got Darrisaw or whatever the hell his name is back on the line.
I mean, they are against the Patriots, but still, that's Mason against the Steelers. That scares me a little bit. I think I would do Judkins, Benson, Hubbard, Pollard. I'd just do those last 4 just like that. Yeah. I mean, Kamara might get quite a bit of work in the passing game against the Bills when they get blown out. So if you're in a full PPR league, I might actually put Kamara over one of those, over Hubbard or Pollard. But if it's just like a standard or even half point, I'm a little hesitant to play Kamara this week.
Yeah, my biggest hesitancy with him is they just got blown out and he just put up a disappointing day. I could easily, especially with the Bills, seeing that be a repeat of, all right, the game's already out of control. And, yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. We saw last week on Thursday Night Football, Devon Achane was about to have 400 receptions in that game. That was crazy the way they were throwing to that man.
That was a competitive game, though. It was very competitive, literally up until the last moment when Tua – and I know people love to bag on Tua. I think it was just a really great defensive play. It was just an amazing defensive read, and that sealed the deal. And they were surprisingly competitive, but do I think the Saints can do that? Nah, not really. Probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's talk about this article here, Bobby. Guys, this is available if you want to read the whole thing. It's the text is going to be small, but it is available on bettergreen.com for free. You don't even have to make an account to read it, but if you do, you get notifications every time a new article goes out. Most of our stuff is free. If you would like a premium membership, it gives you access to extra betting articles. But let's talk about this first one, Bobby, here. Trey Harris on the cover photo, or Trey Tucker, excuse me. Trey Harris is my boy on the Chargers. Trey Tucker, nasty one, but it's kind of hard to argue with you about him right now.
Yeah, I preface this one by saying I do think it is a trap. The reason why I think it's a trap is for whatever reason, Mr. Unwritten Letter hyper-targeted on him, even over like wide open Jacoby Myers a few times. Don't know why Trey was the release valve this game. But that coupled with the fact that 3 touchdowns just is not sustainable going forward. There's too many mouths to feed. I mentioned that if Bowers and Genty can't even eat, then I really don't think there's going to be much left over for Trey. And plus, that's also kind of a deeper receiving room than I thought it was going to be at the beginning of like preseason.
Definitely.
I mean, you do have Dante Thornton, you do have Jacoby Myers, you even have Jake Betch still there. Michael Mayer himself, whenever he clears concussion protocol, he might even get a target or two like he has been before injury. Just too many people. And plus, that O-line is just absolutely atrocious, and that's why we're seeing Genty have a lot of issues now, is that O-line can't protect anybody. And I've always been a Geno doubter. I always thought that one season in Seattle was just a one-hit wonder. Looks like time is being very kind to that opinion of mine so far. So, yeah, it's like if you can get them off the waiver and, just flip them to somebody who's just foaming at the mouth, breaking out the Jergens over them, I would do that, but I mean, he's not really a priority ad for me personally.
Breaking out the Jergens is crazy work.
Hey, man, that's what some people are doing nowadays. All the opinions I'm seeing on social media now, you would think guys have already got something all over the screen where they talk about some of these guys looking thick, solid, and tight.
Hey, make sure you're making these waiver claims on your own phone, right? Make sure you're not you're not touching nobody else's phone this time of year.
Right. It's cold and flu season.
Yeah. Let's talk about this next game, this next player. Absolutely no reason he should be on here. Trey Benson. Absolutely no reason for Trey Benson to be on here.
Yeah, I didn't even bother to do a write-up with this. It's like, you don't need me to tell you to get Trey Benson if he's available on your waivers. I wish I had guys like you in my league. That's all I'm going to say. Let's keep it moving.
Right. This is just a dude. If he's available and you're in a fab league, blow your fab budget. If you're in a waiver league, it doesn't matter priority. You're setting him number one and just hoping and praying that you get him. Honestly, though, in any hardcore league, this man should not be on waivers. You knew Connor was going to get injured. It probably should have been last year, but Connor somehow was able to turn back the clock and stay healthy the whole time. Now it looks like he's going to be out the whole year. It's Trey Benson's season moving forward.
Yeah. People are like, how much fab, whatever you have left, because it's week 4 that we're going into, and it's already, as I mentioned earlier, getting a little dry, and you're starting to see a lot of the same damn names. So if he's out there, might as well go ahead and spend what you got on something that is pretty damn, I'm not going to say guaranteed. Nothing in life's guaranteed, but I would take him over damn near everybody else on this list, plus the honorable mentions. So
yeah. I don't know if you're going to get a better one than this. You're getting a young, hungry guy that gets to come in, and now he gets the whole year. You might not get another guy like this season. This is the one that changes your season here. So I absolutely agree. Trey Benson. Tyquan Thornton, I'm glad that you wrote about him because he is 100%. At least and Worthy might be back this week, but I don't think that completely means Thornton doesn't have a role here. He looks like one of the best pass catchers in Kansas City. Clearly has a deep threat connection with him. Has actually pretty nice hands. I know he had that one drop ball. Kind of a tough ball to grab. But, man, if Mahomes trusts him, I kind of feel like I trust him. If he's going to be getting, and once Worthy gets back, and then we have to worry about Rice once he returns from his suspension, Thornton's going to have a role. So right now I wouldn't spend a ton on him, but I think he's gonna be like an MVS. I wouldn't even put him too much further down than like Rashid Shaheed. And Rashid Shaheed's rostered in a lot of leagues. Tyquan Thornton, man, he's got a much better quarterback, and he's going to be getting those deep bombs too. So I like it. Are you seeing anything that I didn't cover there?
I mean, you were actually seeing more than me. You're the Chiefs fan. I was just like, I think it'd be great until Worthy comes back and until Rice comes back. But overall, he's kind of on borrowed time. It's just going to be too many mouths to feed, depending on the severity of the injury to Worthy. I know that they're talking about he could come back this week, as you were mentioning, and they're talking about wearing a brace. We have some sample size and some data from that. If it's like a Dalvin Cook thing, Dalvin Cook did that a lot when he was actually good in the league. He had numerous shoulder injuries, played with we called it the device on for a lot of those games. Didn't really seem to impact him. Curious to see if it impacts Worthy, though, if it obviously the shoulders needed to mobilize the arm, and extending your reach involves moving that shoulder a lot, which that's something that you don't want to do when you have a dislocated shoulder. You want to try to keep it in place and prevent further separation. So my biggest concern is, how is that like going to affect his catch radius? Is that going to affect his grip when he does catch? Is he going to be afraid to take big hits when he does have the ball? Like, it's going to be a lot to see when he does come back with that sling on. But in the meantime, yeah, Tyquan Thornton, I think he's definitely doing that role of Xavier Worthy for sure. Tyquan Thornton was a guy that a few years ago, when he was a rookie in like 2022, 2023, did have a lot of promise, did have some really good measurables at the combine, very fast guy for his height and weight, kind of a lot of similarities, as I keep talking about it, to Xavier Worthy. And now he's, 3 years in the league. So he did have a lot of promise and everything, and maybe now he's kind of, starting to realize some of that. His snap percentages are great, playing above 70 in all 3 games so far. Nice, healthy target share. My main concern is, like I said, there's just going to be too many mouths to feed. Kansas City loves to spread the ball around. I'm not a Kelsey believer. Kelsey does look bad, but eventually at some point you got to think Kelsey does the Mark Andrews and turns it around and, gets his old ways back. So you got Kelsey, you got Worthy, you got Rice, who's by the day closer to coming back. Hollywood Brown's still there getting a few targets and everything. It's just going to be my problem with Hollywood Brown. It's like, Hollywood Brown had a bunch of targets that one game, and now he's just kind of like there. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen to Tyquan Thornton. Is right now he's great, but this is a short-term play, not somebody you're going to be relying on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Caleb Williams is your next pick. Are you of the mind that he was against a bad Cowboys defense, and that's why he looked so good? Or do you think that we might be starting to see the turnaround that we've been waiting for at Caleb Williams?
I offer you this. I think there's nuance to every situation. I think this is one where I do think playing a bad defense comes into play, but I offer you this. What if it's also his new offensive coordinator, his new regime changes starting to take effect, getting used to the playbook and all that also? What if it's a 2-factor thing? What if it's a mix of a bad defense plus they're starting to gel a little bit? Maybe he's starting to get confidence. Maybe he's starting to put it together. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Week 3, nothing's set in stone yet, but we're definitely starting to get some pretty strong indicators of what people's seasons are going to look like, both in real life football and fantasy. But there's still a lot of football left to play. And so going forward, I think it's definitely a step in the right direction for the Bears as an organization, and definitely for Caleb Williams. And specifically from a waiver wire perspective, it's just like I said in the article. Who did you drop or who did you pick up to leave him behind? Right. When you're looking at the waiver wire and you see that he's available, if you weren't the one that dropped him, who were you picking up instead of getting him? I don't understand that. Unless you're in a 1-quarterback league, okay, that's fine. But Superflex or 2 QB, and I'm sure that there's a lot of Superflex and 2 QB leagues, he was still on the wire. And I just, for the life of me, can't figure it out. He's got another favorable matchup coming up against the Raiders this week. After that, they're on bye. They come back. Washington could get a little dicey, but then New Orleans is nice. Baltimore could get dicey. The Bengals is nice. The Giants nice. Minnesota not good. But, I mean, once again, if we were playing this sport in June, a lot of you would probably be guilty of a hate crime right now is all I'm going to say. So do you really have a better quarterback on waivers? And if so, please tell me who so I can start thinking about the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse song. But, I don't think he should be on waivers in a 2 QB or Superflex league. So,
yeah. No, I mean, I agree 100%. And I liked what you said. It could be 2-pronged. I think that they looked a lot better. I think that just from not like a statistical standpoint, they just looked more comfortable, didn't they? And I love Okay, let's say every time you get a job, you got about, let's say, give or take, you get 90 days, right, to figure out if you can really do this job. They can figure out if you're good enough. Guys, these are these dudes like the rookies. It's their third week of work,
Right.
and we're talking about, oh my god, bro, Ashton Genty, do I cut him? It's
Right.
like, bro, they've had 3 weeks, and I know they had training camp and stuff. You can say all that stuff, but we're talking about the season, and there's been 3 weeks in the season. He said Noah says they played a team with no defense. They did, but once again, I think it can be two pronged, man. We just saw Luther Burden looked a lot better. It's like, okay, Luther Burden, you got that third game under his belt. I think this team can keep looking better and better. I think Caleb looked a lot more decisive, and I think it doesn't kind of seem like Roma Dunze is getting a little bit of swag to him too.
Oh, Dunze is definitely. This is his second year, so this is prime breakout for him as well, for sure.
Yeah, it's like these guys. It's hard to say that they didn't believe in Caleb, but it seems like they're playing a little better. They think, you know what, he might actually give me the ball if I get open. He looked like he was playing a lot better. And then I think with more time with Ben Johnson too, I just think that relationship's going to get better. I think that connection is going to get better between Caleb Williams and his receivers. I like him to keep going, and especially like you said, in 2 QB leagues. I hope that this guy's not available in any 2 QB leagues. But even then, I'd say even in 1 QB leagues, I would be fine with Caleb Williams as my backup.
Yeah, for sure. You always have to have, even in 1 QB. That's a good point you bring up. You always need a backup, especially with all the injuries we're already seeing. Your bench space could definitely, you could find somebody, that 6-rounder from the Solomon Islands that just touched a football yesterday. You're convinced is a league winner. Trust me, they can take a backseat to Caleb Williams. It'll be okay. I'll hold your hand as you hit drop.
Yeah. No, this is a quarterback that just got benched, put up 450 and 3 touchdowns against that defense. That's true too, but also I think
got benched.
Russell Wilson got benched today.
Oh, Russ Bus. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That had a lot to do with Russell. We can't put that on the Cowboys.
Russ was slinging that thing, bro.
He looked good against them, but I think it didn't really matter. I don't know. Caleb will be the man. Give him a minute. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Caleb will be the man. Give him a minute from our boy, our dog.
There you go.
big pop over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Caleb Williams. You want to talk some Sterling Shepard?
Yeah, Sterling Shepard, another guy kind of similar to Tyquan, just a different role. Instead of being like a speedy, deep threat that could just be finally putting it together, Sterling Shepard just a really good release valve for Baker, a good check down, a good a little move the chains guy, get a little PPR going, a little PPR scam. You got Mike Evans is out 3 to 4 weeks. Guys, it's time to have a conversation about Emeka Egbuka. I know I've been saying it since all off season from the moment he was drafted.
Oh my God.
It's time to have the conversation.
Oh.
He's here. He's here, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I'll hold your hand and we're going to get through this together, but stop. Stop making excuses. Stop talking about when so-and-so comes back. I know the rapture is supposed to happen tomorrow. Guess what?
There we go.
Even if the rapture does happen tomorrow, he's still going to be up there tossing the football around. They're going to be catching it one-handed over Sauce Gardner like nothing. Like nothing. Got cheated out of another call by the refs. Officiating was absolutely terrible this past weekend. Mike Evans, I said this over the offseason. You heard me say this at how many events? Oh, cheese hamstrings made out of string cheese. And what's happening right now?
Bobby.
3 to 4 weeks. 32 years of age, 12 years, talking about retirement. He ain't coming back. Chris Godwin doesn't matter. Jalen McMillan, that boy's still in a pot of neck bones somewhere.
Not a nut.
Who else is there? Emeka Egbuka is here to stay. You should have been listening to the draft guide that we put out. You should have been listening to these shows because I've been saying it. Where is Mike Evans now? Where is he? That blue medical tent.
Atletico.
Hospital. Hell's Pass Hospital. Poof. In the wind. Poof. Where's Godwin? Poof. Gone.
Gone. Godwin's back,
Gone.
baby.
He ain't coming back.
He's back.
He's like
wide receiver one.
Rapper. He's like your favorite rapper saying he's going to come back by Christmas. He'll be home by Christmas. No, he won't. No, he won't. So back to Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard.
Yo, wait, hold up. We're talking Sterling Shepard. You just talked about egg booty for 30 minutes. What was that?
I don't let myself gloat, but I need to gloat right now. One of the only fancy football Twitter analysts that has all their misses up. I'm gonna pound my table on this one. I'm gonna pound my table on this one.
Okay.
Y'all that don't like it.
Okay.
Anybody that don't like it, pound sand. You hear me? So Sterling Shepard is gonna be what he is now. I wouldn't expect this to go up. Good desperation play, injury play.
That's
by week flyer, that sort of thing. But with Godwin coming back, though, it's going to be Godwin. It's going to be Egbuka. They're going to be the main ones. And he's still going to have this role, but for how long? How long is he going to be a safety valve? Is it really worth a waiver priority if you have like Caleb Williams out there still, if you have Trey Benson out there still? If he's like the only best option you got, I honestly wouldn't even put in a claim for him unless you were just that desperate. But yeah,
this is your article, and you're disrespecting the man to his face like that. This is your article, and you're talking about him like that.
I told people, man. I told people at the beginning of this series. I'll even give you reasons why I think it might be questionable. If I feel like it could be a little questionable to pick him up. I'm trying to give you advice for your season, and at the end of the day, if you don't agree with it, I also said from the beginning, if you're having to decide between yourself or me, you go with yourself every time. Every time.
All right, let's talk about your honorable mentions real quick. We haven't had a ton of questions this week, so we're actually able to get to them. Last week we weren't even able to really get to the article, but we're actually able to hit it a little bit today. Luther Burden of your honorable mentions. I like him. Bobby, I think that was a good one. And then you just totally messed around and put Miles Sanders on here. Bro.
Luther Burden was another one. Why is he on your waivers? What league are you in that Luther Burden was dropped or left on waivers? It's his third week, like you were saying. Third week on the job. Only been there, just finally getting comfortable answering phones, providing exceptional customer service, learning the functions.
If you don't
showing up.
Hey, I pressed you about a question. Why is Miles Sanders on this list? What is Miles Sanders going to do?
Miles Sanders this is his year, man. Javonte sucks, dude. Javonte sucks. Javonte sucks, man. Remember the Denver Broncos when he was hanging out with that bad influence, Bo Nix, and he was smoking pot, and they were getting kicked out of the Planet Fitness for filming and all that stuff that my buddy at the Denver Post told me about that I wrote about on my Twitter last year, dude? Javonte just looks like poop. And you know what? If you don't like my Miles Sanders post, I'll tell you this. You know who you can replace him with? Phil Maffa season.
Oh, my God. Phil Maffa. I could say something for that, but I'm gonna leave that one alone. You got Javonte gonna get injured again, says Noah. Oh, if Javonte gets injured, I still don't want no Miles Sanders, bro. You just want Dak Prescott if that's the case. If Javonte gets injured, they're just gonna air that ball out like you can't believe.
Yeah, this is just desperation. I only put Miles Sanders on there because I saw apparently everybody else was seeing something to skyrocket them up, and we're getting a little dry. So it's like, sure. If you want to get Miles Sanders and you're looking for a sign, here's your sign. You go out there and you get him.
And then he got Torrey Horton on here. Like you just
Scory Horton. You got a problem with O'Scory. Oh, Scory Holton.
I think you just got confused and thought that was the donut guy. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened, honestly.
Tim Horton? I know
Yeah.
Tim Horton. Good friend of mine.
Oh,
Never met
yeah.
him.
You know Timmy?
Yeah, never met him.
You got, you know what? I got to shut. I'm a bump from one article to the next. You got Hunter Henry. Bobby, look at this. Look at this. This is DFS values for this week. Let's hop in here. Let's see who we got. Oh, look, Caleb Williams at quarterback. Oh, my God. That's one of the guys on your list. Hampton, Olave, and Hunter Henry.
Yeah, that was a sleeper. That's a little Easter egg pick for everybody that actually paid attention and stayed with me till the end.
Let's read this real quick. Hunter Henry is shaping up as one of the best DFS values for week 4. He's tied for the most red zone targets among tight ends. What?
Yeah.
The most?
So
He leads the position in air yards? What? He's got a 20% target share. All of you Drake May fanboys out there, and you're putting any respect on Hunter Henry's name? That's crazy. Last week, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Went unnoticed. Now he is 4.63% ownership and $4,000 of your lineup. Y'all got to quit playing with Hunter Henry, man.
Drake May is so hot right now.
Drake May sell as hot as you can.
So hot right now.
Torrey Horton is really good, and everyone was wrong about Sam Darnold. Bro, I just threw up my mouth.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm still not a Sam Darnold guy. I will give him credit so far, so good. But man, we'll see because Seattle is interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we don't say nothing about the Cowboys defense. They're trash. But hey, that Saints defense, though. And Sam Darnold gets that Saints defense. Let's talk about it.
Do they even have Lattimore? I don't even think they have Lattimore anymore. Dude's gone. Another one poof in the wind.
Man, if he is, he's getting so up there in age at this point, too.
I know.
All right, you ready to get to my favorite part of the show, the game?
Yes.
That we call Slam or Scam. We break down the top 10 most added players on the Sleeper app, and we let you guys know if we think they're a slam, if they're worth the ad, or if they're a scam and you're passing. We do not include kickers and defenses. Number 1, 2,363,000 ads, Bobby. Wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, Trey Tucker.
Scam. We just discussed how he's a scam.
I think you're right. He's looked good. He's been very good. But I don't think it continues, man. There's just no way it continues. You have to be all in on Geno if you think this continues. Also, Genti's going to get better.
100%.
And so as the run game gets better, come on. They don't have to throw it a million times a game. Come on.
We played this game with this guy last year or the year before. He's been on this list quite a few times. I've been around the block for time or two now.
And we're going to see him on the next segment, too, just in a few weeks. I am positive of that.
Oh, for sure, B. For sure.
All right, number 2, the other guy in the millions, 1,114,000 ads. Wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, Tyquan Thornton. Bobby, slam or scam?
This is tough because of the reasons we discussed. How about temporary slam? 2-week slam.
I think we can do that. I'm not going to throw a flag on that. I will say the same thing, 2-week slam. Just drop and pick somebody else up in a couple weeks. Right. That's fine. You get home for a couple weeks. Got a question from Mark. What's up, Mark? Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Would you trade? It's your boy again. He is coming up in conversation quite a bit, Bobby. BTJ and J.K. Dobbins for A-Chain and Keon Coleman half PPR.
I definitely like the A-Chain part. Keon Coleman part and redraft scares me because of lack of targets and volume when they're pretty comfortably ahead, which I anticipate that team to be most of their games. I would see if I could get a different receiver other than Keon Coleman if we're talking about redraft.
That's tough, man. Because J.K. Dobbins, I do think, is going to start to lose work as this season goes on. R.G. Harvey will take over more, and that's assuming J.K. Dobbins stays healthy. I do really like Achane. Keon Coleman versus BTJ. With the BTJ struggles, like he might be getting the targets, but if he's not catching them, you're just in that same Keon Coleman trouble where you're trying to capitalize on 4 catches a game. Oh man, and half PPR. If
BTJ can ever learn to catch, he is the unquestioned number 1 engine of that offense. Keon Coleman is not. He's got Dalton Kincaid. He's got Cook. He's got Josh Allen himself that will vulture some touchdowns and that will use his legs. I don't know any of their other receivers off the top of my head anymore. They got Gabe Davis back. I do know that, which who cares? But
right. Mark did just subscribe. Mark, thank you for doing that, man. And he says, I guess I could go for Jerry Jeudy instead of Keon Coleman. I know he won't give up Devontae Adams. I think I would like Jeudy and Achane. I think I do like that better. Or A-Train, more than BTJ and J.K. Dobbins.
I don't like Jeudy more than Coleman, personally.
Really?
Brown's pass catchers are looking pretty bad with Joe Flacco right now.
Yeah, they just played Green Bay.
Green Bay's defense
Judy's getting a ton of targets, man.
Yeah, but this whole Joe Flacco thing, how much longer is this going to last? I don't know. Hey. How much longer are we going to keep doing this?
Hey.
I don't know,
That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, this might be a situation where maybe I do like getting rid of Dobbins right now. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing to me, that upgrade between Dobbins and Devon Achane is huge, in my opinion.
I mean, I guess I would just go ahead. It's going to suck if BTJ does turn it around, but, I mean, I would then try to flip Coleman if I was in your shoes. Wait till he has a good game, blows up again, then sell him for somebody more reliable from there.
We got jokes. We got jokes in the comment. Noah says, nah, Cedric Tillman's way better than Jeudy.
Calm down there, Steve Smith. Calm down. Even Steve Smith had to admit he came to be wrong. It took a long time, but Steve Smith's a real one. And Steve Smith was like, I was right, but he served me some humble pie because that man ate last year. But nonetheless, at the time, he was indeed just another guy.
Let's break down that trade another way. Achane for BTJ, straight up. You've got both of them in our Dynasty League. Who would you rather have between those two for this year in half PPR?
Well, yeah, in a Dynasty League, if I have to pick between the two, I would definitely take Achane over BTJ.
What about redraft, though?
And redraft?
Yeah, for redraft.
Even in redraft. The problem is it's a 2-for-2 trade, though. So you got to make sure that like Achane's really worth it, and I think he is. But I don't know. I guess I'd go with it. Like I said, I guess I would take it because Achane is enough to account for Dobbins. It's just like I said, you're having to ask yourself, can you live with BTJ potentially turning it around? Because at this point, I don't even know what to think anymore. I think it's just as likely he could be a gigantic flame out as he could turn it around. Another thing to make it even worse for you to try to figure out, it was encouraging after his struggles to see he was trusted with the 43-yard catch and reception that set up the game-winning drive. So he delivered on that. let's hope that boosts his confidence for whatever the hell's going on with him mentally going forward. And he comes back like, they trusted me. I delivered. They won the game because they put the ball in my hands and I actually called it. So,
Right. It says look at every game they have both played. Tell them better every game. I don't care what they've done in the past. I'm looking at the future. What's available for him? I still like Judy better. Okay, so you think Achan's the best piece in that? Because that's tough to me, but I think he is. Like between BTJ and Achan, you'd take Achan.
Yeah,
in redraft.
it's nice that I have both in a dynasty league, but in a redraft especially, Achan is the best piece.
And then who would you rather have between Keon Coleman and J.K. Dobbins?
See, that's the hard part because once again, dynasty, Keon Coleman all the way. Redraft, who's the guy putting up the most consistent points right now? Injuries, like you mentioned, big concern. Do you think Harvey starts to earn a bigger share? Big concern. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I don't know where this damn rumor that just went wild and grew legs and walked around the world 3 times before the truth put its pants on came from, that Sean Payton is some running back wizard. Does that go back to the Saints days for like Camaro's rookie year? Because if so, that's what, 2017 or 18 when that happened? I haven't seen it since because when he was with the Broncos, he had a 3-headed pterodactyl, disgusting, absolutely malformed monstrosity of nothing with a steam A bidet and Jaleel McLaughlin, league winner, Jaleel McLaughlin. For 2 years, I had to put up with that bullshit. Right. And you know how I feel about that, so that's all I'm going to say. But where did it come from? Because I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing a guy who does what every other damn running back coach and every other coach of an organization does, and they just ride the hot hand. So as of right now, RJ Harvey's barely cracking. I think when I looked this morning, a 20-30% snap share, and it's all J.K. Dobbins. So, I mean, J.K. Dobbins in redraft is the way to go.
Okay. See, that's interesting. I think I would take Coleman there just with the fear of Dobbins. So I think that does put me on the Achan Keon Coleman side for that. I just wanted to talk through that with you to get my thoughts together.
For sure. Yeah. That's a good point. And, now Mark has 2 different schools of thought to choose from. Now if he's like you, then that's great. Now he has your perspective. Now he has mine. But like I said, at the end of the day, Mark, you trust your gut, buddy. You trust your gut.
Absolutely. Number 3, we kind of talked about him, but 951,000 ads is running back Arizona Cardinals Trey Benson. This guy should have never been on your waiver wire before. I know Noah's going to. He's just telling me about the league that he's going to go scoop up Benson and just blow all of his fab budget, and it's absolutely what I would be doing too in this situation.
Speaking of which, guess who won their first game in the Olympic League?
Oh, did you?
The team might start to be taking a turn because guess who drafted Trey Benson?
Did you?
Albeit it was a bit of a reach. People were laughing. People thought it was funny. Who's laughing now?
Yeah.
In that league, maybe my fate is turning. Knock on wood. We'll see. I have Mark Andrews, Luther Burden, Trey Benson, Drake London, Ashton Genty, Jalen Hurts, George Kittle, Travis Kelce in that league. We'll see what happens.
That's like almost a curse squad, though, to start the season.
And guess who else? Quentin Johnston. Quentin Johnston in that league.
Quentin's been doing good for me in a couple leagues, too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's talk about number 4. 444,000 ads running back for Washington, Chris Rodriguez. Is he a slam or is he a scam?
That's a scam. That whole backfield is just – I've been saying it, and this one got hard. I was telling you how hard it was to start to be the one to stand in the face of fascism and fight back against all you tyrants, pounding the table for Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, giving him a 3-letter acronym that he didn't even deserve.
Bro, don't slander Bill. Do not slander Bill. Don't even slander Bill.
1 week wonder. And now you're letting Jeremy McNichols, the dude that was in the OKC bombing, the co-conspirator, you have him breaking off tackles for a 70-yard run, and now you got C-Rod.
Nah.
UFC's got D-Rod, now we got C-Rod.
Nah.
It's a scam.
Man. He's gotta be a scam.
You don't want anybody in that backfield. The answer, no.
Say yes to Bill. Say yes to Bill.
I don't
Bill
like Bill Nye the Science Guy. I don't like Bill Krosky, whatever the hell you want to call him. JCM, DCM's going to get DDT'd through a table. No.
All right, number 5. We have 433,000 ads. Wide receiver for Tampa Bay, Sterling Shepard.
Temporary slam.
Yeah.
Temporary slam, man. Like Taekwon. Maybe he's got 2 weeks.
Yeah. There we go. We got a comment. Get Bill out of your mouth. See, Bobby, I told you. Get him out of there, Bobby.
Everybody wants the next Puka. Everybody wants the next Bucky. Sometimes it just doesn't happen, man.
And
but the same people out there still probably doubting Cam Scatterboo. Probably still don't even give that man his flowers.
Bro.
That's a different story, though. You got me heated now. Let's keep going.
Hey.
Now I'm heated.
Hey, Eckler's gone, man. That's just a little bit of share in the backfield. Washington was feeling their oats a bit against Las Vegas. They didn't need Bill to be him.
Well, if Bill likes watching so much, I got a chair in a corner he can gladly use next week.
If you don't.
I even have a film camera with plenty of memory on it. It's very professional stuff. If his hands get tired, there's a tripod in the bed and next to it. So.
If you don't stop, man.
I might need some fluffing, so he can stop riding the bench to come out for fluff duty. How about that?
Speaking about fluffing, because you got Cam Scatterbo on your mind, man. You just like those white guys that are big pounders, don't you?
Yeah, real lunch pail types. First one in, last one out. Coach's son work ethic.
Oh, I believe he's the first one in. Let's talk about number 6. We have 372,000 ads. Quarterback for the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams. Slam.
Jesus Christ, why are you putting me on waivers? Oh my God, stop. Stop. I don't belong on waivers. You're so silly.
Just because he paints his nails doesn't mean that he's like that, Bobby.
That man about to come out to the next game all amped up off his own gas with red rum underneath his eyes on the eye black. He's going to be feeling himself.
Hey, I think he's going to go crazy again this week. That's just on me.
He probably will. He probably is. The west side of the town better watch out when he comes through. That's all I'm going to say. My buddy Jesse Jones told me about a place on 5th and Mary's. He says every time he goes there, it feels just like he's in heaven.
Oh my gosh. All right. Number 7. 278,000 ads. Running back for the Los Angeles Chargers, Hassan Haskins, a.k.a. the guy that Tennessee didn't want anymore. That's scam, bro.
Situation. Yeah, it's a scam. If it's no Marion, stop. Just stop. Don't waste your time.
I think Noah just sent a couple cats in the chat. I'm guessing that's for Caleb Williams because he thinks Caleb Williams is a cool cat.
He is a very cool cat, man. Like I said, that bar on 5th and Mary's very hopping in place.
Yeah, Hassan Haskins scam. Number 8. Number 8. 277,000 ads. Wide receiver for Dallas. I believe this is coming off the wind of the CeeDee Lamb injury.
Second year in a row for this guy.
Noah Bro's going to take over. Kevontae Turpin, special teams extraordinaire.
What about Ryan Flournoy? How many more weeks before we play that game again?
Bro.
I remember this.
Don't even.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Shout out to Toby Keith. That is a scam.
Isn't Mingo still on Dallas?
Maybe. I don't even know, man. God, don't get me started on Panthers and failed wide
I
receivers.
I miss Mingo, man. God. Come on, Turbid. Yep, I'm gonna say scam also. Number 9, 262,000 ads. Running back from Miami, Ollie Gordon. Bobby, did you know that I made money this last Thursday night?
Really? Did you say that there was going to be an Ollie Gordon touchdown?
Not quite, but I did one of those pick six things where you pick like 6 players for your lineup, and then your captain gets 1.5 times his his points. I did James Cook there, which ended up being pretty good. It would have been better if I did Josh Allen, but I thought it would be a Cook game. I was wrong, but he did great regardless. Ollie Gordon was my player that's like, if you really want to make your roster work, you have to like maneuver and take these guys that, I mean, like you could take kickers, you could take defenses. I took Ollie Gordon. I said, hey, I'm going to have to make a Hail Mary attempt at some point. Ollie Gordon looked great, and he cashed me out. I was very, very thankful for Ollie for that. I agree, man. Ollie looked good. Ollie, he might be the bruiser back. Does it worry you that he's going to steal touchdown work in the future from Achane just based on how good he looked running straight up the gut?
He'll probably get a touchdown a few every game. I still think he has more value, as I've been saying since we first covered him from like the first week or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's still more valuable as a handcuff than anything else.
Yeah.
You're never going to feel comfortable as a Achane owner starting both at the same time because you're severely limited in your ceiling. But he's a great handcuff. As far as anybody that doesn't have Achane, I just don't think you're ever going to get to a point where you're just excited about starting them unless you're just absolutely decimated by injuries or you're really punted hard on running back. I wouldn't go too crazy, but I mean, if you don't have like a Trey Benson or a Caleb Williams or like a Tyquan Thornton or whatever, I would put him like above Tyquan and above Sterling because I think he's going to have a better role, as you're saying. That's more consistent, that could grow if Achane gets injured. So I wouldn't drop all my fab on him, but I'd put a respectable like $20, just enough to not get outbid, probably be the highest bid on him and be happy about it.
Absolutely. Bobby, we just got another subscriber, 1,099. We're right there on the edge.
Thank you.
Can we get one more today? Can we get one more today?
Just make it nice, even 1,100. Nice, clean, even number.
I would love that. Let's get one more today. Tell your friends. Have them hop in the chat, too. Number 10, we're going back to Dallas. Another Dallas receiver, dude.
Ryan Flournoy.
Hey, I might need to scroll a little bit more. I bet he's getting close. But 252,000 adds Jalen Tolbert.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he's there, too. That's why we're not seeing the guy that you just mentioned, Mingo, because you got Tolbert, you got Turpin. Give it one more week, you'll start seeing Mingo and Mihoy Nahoy again. Once again, scam. George Thickens is going to come out and still crash out and be the guy. And then from there, good luck trying. Actually, no good luck. It's Pickens and Ferguson. That's it. Pickens and Ferguson on receivers. Javonte Williams around the ball. Forget about everybody else. There you go.
That rounds out the top 10. Bobby, just missing it. Hunter Henry. Maybe.
How? I would take Hunter Henry over both of those bullshit Dallas receivers.
Bro.
And even Ollie Gordon. Because, once again, Hunter Henry, if you need a tight end, red zone, big target, favorite target, been putting in work for years, trenches guy, real lunch pail guy. Get him.
I'm going to say top 3. I'm taking Trey Benson with my number 1 priority. Hunter Henry with my number 2. And then it's between Caleb Williams and Sterling Shepard. If I need quarterback and going Caleb Williams, if I really need the receiver help, I'll take Shepard, I think, over both Tucker and Thornton. Who would be your top 3 in order?
I actually don't think I can really disagree with that.
Really?
I think that's pretty solid because even once Godwin's back, Igbuka's still doing Igbuka things, and even if McMillan comes back sooner than they think, which neck injuries, very concerning,
Yeah.
could potential. I hope it doesn't happen. I don't wish this for Jalen McMillan. I'm just saying, guys that get neck injuries, like very hard to come back from. So even with him coming back, it is consistent enough. It's consistent enough. It's not sexy. It's 10 points every damn game. You need 11, he's going to get you 10. You need 9, he's going to get you 10. Right. But yeah, I don't really think I can disagree with that. That's a pretty good priority if you had to narrow it down.
Yep. All right. Hey, you ready to hit the other side of that coin?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So these are the guys that are full of life, Bobby. These are the guys that give you hope. That maybe you're 1-2, you're 0-3, and maybe these guys, maybe you get a Trey Benson. You know, you have that last waiver priority. They can turn your season around. Well, there's some guys that we have to say goodbye to. And it's over too soon. It's done before it ever truly gets started. And we're going to talk about the guys that we got to let go. Sometimes, you know, we say, hold on. Sometimes we say, it makes sense. And unfortunately, the first one, it makes too much sense. You hate to see it, but I believe that is 357,000 drops is Najee Harris, running back for the Chargers. This one seems pretty self-explanatory, out for the season.
Yep, Achilles injury. Once again, don't want it to happen, but, you know, hey, it's an Achilles. Very hard to come back from, especially at this age and everything, but I get it, especially in redraft for sure. Torn Achilles. Sorry, Najee, in real life. That sucks. That's terrible. But, yeah, you got to drop them in fantasy. I would honestly even go so far as to say even in Dynasty, not just redraft. I think it's just done. I would not – I'd rather pick up somebody younger. I'd rather pick up like a Jalen Coker if he's still out there or something.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, I like that you're putting a stamp on it, man. Yeah. Number 2, 249,000 drops, running back for Cleveland, Dylan Sampson. People thinking, hey, Quinshon Judkins taking over. I still think there's some life to Sampson, but I get the drop in redraft.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, I just don't think it's worth it, especially in redraft. Judkins looks absolutely amazing, and I'm kicking myself for not taking him. I got psyched out because he wasn't signed and learned a very valuable lesson. So sometimes,
though, it pays to be safe. It's coming from a Le'Veon Bell owner, so I get it. We got a comment here. JHang20. JHang20, man. Hey, we're trying to get to 1,100 today. If you'll hit that subscribe button for us, we'd appreciate it so much, man. We also appreciate the comments. So thank you for being here. He says, hi, would you trade BTJ, Josh Jacobs, and Travis Hunter for Amon-Ra, Judkins, and Scatabo?
Immediately accept that. Go to your draft, go to your messages, wherever this was sent, and immediately accept that.
Listen.
Do it. Do it now. Go. Immediately take that yesterday. Go back in time, invent a time machine, and take that trade. Judkins looked pretty damn insane against a stout Green Bay defense. Amon-Ra is Amon-Ra. And then who was the third person? Not that it even matters, but
Scatabo.
Scatabo. And then you're giving up BTJ, who we've talked about ad nauseum. And who else?
Josh Jacobs and Travis Hunter.
Josh Jacobs is the only one that hurts. Especially if this is redraft, take it. Take it, don't look back. Take it and don't look back.
I think
he's right. If you don't get defense points in redraft, which you probably don't because it's redraft and not dynasty or like an IDP, they're steadily increasing Travis Hunter's defensive snaps. I know they kept saying he's going to do both. He's going to do both. They've been prioritizing defense lately.
Yeah, I agree. J-Hang, I think I would rather – would you trade that for Amon-Ra, Judkins, Scatabo? Yeah, I would do that too.
100%.
Great question.
100%. Immediately take that. Hurry up. Seriously, hurry up now.
subscribe, click off this video, go hit accept, and then
Seriously, that we talk about trades. It's not often trades just land in your lap that could seriously win you a league. No exaggeration, no hyperbole. That is a trade that could win you your damn league.
Bobby, number 3, 228,000 drops. Quarterback for the New York Giants, Russell Wilson. I mean, I guess I get it, but we'll see how good Jackson Dart is.
As a tear runs down my eye, I say this. Giants Nation, let's ride.
Giants Nation, let's ride. So is that... What does that mean, Bobby? Is that you pro cut or not?
That means, yeah, you need to get rid of that man because he's going up against an even worse defense this week. The Chargers are even better, I should say. Worse defense is in worse for him. And he got held to 3.10 against the Chiefs, which thank God my opponent started him this week. Thank God. Thank God he started Russell. That helped.
Shoot, man. Dude's holding the clipboard anyways.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. He's not even going to play. What am I talking about? It doesn't matter. So, yeah, he's benched. So, yeah, it's perfectly fine that he's cut. It doesn't even matter.
Let's ride through. It scared me a little bit, Bobby. That's why I had to ask. And we did hit that 1,100. Thank you, everybody who's watched and subscribed today. We definitely appreciate it. We do this every Tuesday, starting at 6 Central Time. And I know I need to change this overlay graphic. I think I say it every week. It will happen eventually. But number 4, 193,000 drops, Jake Browning, quarterback for Cincinnati. I mean, I guess I get it, but who are you picking up? If you picked him up, you probably needed a quarterback. Are you? I mean, Jackson Dart's not one of the most added people, so I assume he's on teams already. So who are you picking up?
Hear me out. I actually think like week 9 onwards, Jake Browning could turn it around. We have that sample size from last time he took the helm in, what was it, 2023? And he got his feet under him. He started playing some less aggressive defenses, and he was slinging that thing. The thing is, man, the offensive line sucks, and it sucks so bad because of how good the defense was. The man was getting pressured immediately on every snap. He had guys in his face, and then from there, they could just move around the field however they wanted with impunity. Right. Find out wherever they wanted to go and just cover the receivers, and then the rest of the defense forced them to make really quick throws with no time to let plays develop. And that's what led to all the turnovers. Instant pressure. Great defense already. Minnesota defense, we saw last year how great they were. They're still great this year. That's what happens. That's what leads to all those turnovers. Pressure creates turnovers. People were like, what do you mean the offensive line's causing this? That's how Burrow got hurt in the first place.
Right.
That's how he got absolutely destroyed 2 years ago. That's how he got destroyed now. He has no protection. He's in shootouts all the time, and he's forced to make throws, and he's an amazing generational quarterback, so he's able to make it work in a way that obviously Browning can't. But are you really that shocked that Browning, who's nowhere near Burrow's level, can't make it work, and it's difficult for Burrow to even do it, and Burrow's generational, and like you're like, oh, Browning sucks. It's like, yeah, it was a terrible performance, but it's what happens when your O-line's horrible and the defense is just that good. O-line's going to stay horrible, unfortunately, but the defenses are going to get easier.
Good point. Number 5, Evan Ingram, 149,000 drops. I mean, I get he's injured and stuff, but I don't know, man. I'm not giving up on him yet. I know maybe I should, but Joker, man, right? The Joker role. Come on, man.
Come on, bro. It's a different Joker, bro. Just hit it, bro. It won't make you paranoid. I promise, bro. It's a different Joker.
I can't stop, man. I can't stop on Evan Ingram. I don't know what it is. I love the dude. And I just feel like he has to be good too. He has to figure it out, man.
But he has to be healthy.
That's the
I
thing.
think when
Can he
he's
get healthy?
healthy, he is good. Problem is, I see why people are frustrated. It's been more than 2 years, but now it's 2 years consecutively because this was happening last year. And
Right.
I thought it was a great move when Denver picked him up. I thought it was
Me
going to be
too.
amazing, blah, 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 blah. Now it's the same old thing. He's just too injured, unfortunately. He's starting to honestly remind me a lot. And I know it's going to be hard to like wrap your head. He's like Darren Waller now to me. He's just like
Oh,
Darren. The past 2 years, he might as well be dead. Hey, it's time we have this conversation. He's Darren Waller, man. I'm sorry. I believe too. You're gonna need something stronger than that. You're gonna have to drown your sorrows stronger than that.
Darren Waller.
Both of them don't have hamstrings. Both of them fumbled.
That might be the most disrespectful thing ever said on this show.
Hey, both of them played for the Giants. Similarities, Eddie Bravo, look into it. X-Files. Have you ever seen them in the same room together? I haven't.
Oh, I'm so mad at you right now for comparing it to Darren Waller. That's crazy. If
Sorry,
he gets
man,
healthy, he's going to be fine, Bobby.
right. But in the past 2 years, he's played only 11 games. He played 9 last year. He's played 2 so far.
There's been 3 games. He missed 1 game.
Hey, I'm just saying he's played 2 games, and he had a great streak from 2020 to 2023. More like 2022 and 2023 because that was his number 6 finish in 2022. 2023 is number 2 finish. But other than that, the last time was a number 6 finish in 2017. Everything else, like he's put together healthy streaks for those, 3-4 years. But he's 9 games and now 2. What's the extent of the injury? Back? So a back injury, we don't really know what it is. What does that mean? Is he just bruised up? Is he just a little sore? Is it Mike Tyson and it's thupinal? Like, what is going on?
It's final. My back is broken.
Right.
What do you mean, Mike? It's spinal.
Right. What's going on
good.
with Evan Ingram's back? They're being really, tight-lipped about this.
It's blown out. Okay. It's blown out.
It's blown out. It's just blown out.
Give the man some time. He'll be fine.
Somebody put him through the mattress.
From Noah, Danny Dollars is the lowest pressure to sack rate in the league right now, about 3%, I believe. Yeah, I mean, he's been balling. I believe that 100%. You get time to throw, you're going to be way better.
Guess who were the people also that talked about if you're a Danny Dimes believer, this would be the year, though, because it's the best line and the best weapons he's had. There's 2 guys talking to you right now that did say that.
I think you're right. I think that was
2 guys that were talking about if you're a Danny Dimes believer, this would be the year because there are people out there that did believe that's all he needed.
Handsome. Smart.
Eyes are a little too close together, but 6 out of 10 still would.
Okay, I'm moving on. We got what is that? We had 5, I believe. 1, 2,
I believe
3,
Evan
4,
Ingram
5,
was 5.
6. James Conner, 147,000 drops out for the season. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, makes sense. Not much to say here. Same like Najee sucks in real life. James Conner, very inspirational guy, overcame cancer. Very tough to see. Honestly, even in Dynasty, I'd drop to. Could be the end of his career, and it sucks. It sucks so bad. But I get it.
6, so that puts us at 7 for Ramondre Stevenson. Okay, listen. In my points per fumble league, Stevenson is a must start.
Dude, guess who else? What did I tell you again? What did I tell you again about Travion Henderson and about Ramondre Stevenson fumbling? Guess who else was talking about Ramondre Stevenson fumbling? Took him 2 games to go back to his old ways. He tried to turn over that new leaf. but
they're
how's
still
that
gonna.
looking?
The thing is, they're still gonna run him. I don't
That
believe
is
they're
true.
just gonna quit
That is
running him
true.
like that.
That is true. I believe Ball even came out and said they still trust him.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
even
hate
Gibson fumbled too. Gibson fumbled too, and they still were like, trot him out. Trot him out. Why would we use this expensive draft capital? Why do we, you know what? I don't want to take the Ferrari. I don't want to take the Lamborghini. You know what I want? That beat up ass Crown Vic missing the mirror with the door all dented up. That's what I'm going to take out on a nice day.
I think I could justify the drop because I'm not ever gonna want to start him. So it's like maybe just take a shot on somebody else.
Good point. I was going to say, I don't know that I can justify it because you're right. They're still going to trot them out there for God knows how long, but they're so stupid they'll just keep doing it.
That's a hard one. I don't
But
know.
it screws you because you're not really getting points at that point. You're losing points, if anything, if you're in a league like most of us are that actually count a fumble as negative points.
Right.
So, yeah, I can see why you drop them. Because, now going forward.
Yeah. I think I get that. Noah says better gas mileage. Absolutely.
I want to go fast, though.
Yeah. Yeah. 8. Marvin Mims, 132,000 drops. Yeah. I mean, I guess I get it. What did he do last week?
I didn't know that we were doing Marvin Mims again, but
right. 4 targets, 1 reception for 4 yards. So he has 12 yards, 24 yards, 4 yards, 1 touchdown on the season. Yeah, I mean, what is the upside to Mims?
And his snaps, I want to point out, are trending in the wrong direction. 53% week 1, 36% 2, and then week 3, 44%.
You're right.
Not a good indicator there that you're not going up. You went down, and then you went just a little bit up, but you're still in the red.
Yeah. No, yeah, dude's not playing over 50% of the snaps. I don't have any interest in him. Number 9, Romeo Doubs, 129,000 drops.
I can't take it anymore. It's been 3 years of this. I'm about to do something drastic. It's been 3 years of talking about this man nonstop.
Hey, he had an 89% snap percentage and 100% catch rate. 2 targets, 2 receptions. What is people's problem with Romeo Doubs?
My problem is we're still talking about him, and this man's still in the league. I don't like to see anybody lose their job, but I'm starting to think it might not be so bad if I don't have to talk about Romeo Doubs ever again for the rest of my life.
It's pretty bad, isn't it?
It's 3 years.
Yeah.
Year 1, Aaron Rodgers loves him. He's Aaron Rodgers' number 1 target. Aaron Rodgers never loves rookies. He loves Dobbs. They go on closet adventures together, and they go hiking and wear wired headphones together so that they don't get the brain 5G brain eating amoebas. And week 2, it was, he's going to take over this guy's spot, and Jaden Reed sucks, and Christian Watson's injured, and he was on camera with Delafleur or whatever the hell his name is. I don't even know. I'm so heated at this point. He was on the camera, him and his family going out for the Texas Roadhouse steak dinner together, and he leaned over and he whispered sweet nothings into his ear and said, "You're going to be my number 1 receiver," and how'd that happen? And then this year, I don't even know what we kidded ourselves into thinking after they took Savion Sexy Red Williams and Matthew Golden, and they got Kraft Yak and Cheese on there, and plus they signed Christian Watson to a 1-year extension or whatever it was.
Made
and then
no sense.
No, it doesn't. It does not. But I mean, it still isn't good for Romeo Doubs, though. Is
Right.
The ultimate message. So the only thing we learned from that is they trust a guy who hasn't been healthy for his 3 or 2 years or however the hell. Actually, 3 years, because I think he came in with Doubs. Pretty sure he did.
Who, Watson?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So they trust a guy who has the exact same amount of time in the NFL, but the catch and the kicker is He's been out way longer with way more injuries, and yet they still trust him more than Doubs, and you're still kidding yourself enough to pick him up on waivers and think he's going to be something, even though the organization and everybody else and we have told you he's not worth it.
Yeah. Bobby just told you how it is.
Yeah, if anybody's getting raptured tomorrow, it's him because I don't want to see him ever again.
Oh my God. Let's talk about the last one. This is a great one to end on for this week too. And everybody that's tuned in today to watch, thank you guys. If you left comments, thank you guys. We appreciate all you guys. The new subscribers that we gained today, thank you guys also. And just everybody that supports the channel, thank you guys very much. We really do appreciate it.
Seriously.
The last one, Bobby. 121,000 drops. Wide receiver for Houston, Jaden Higgins. I believe you could argue that he's not the number 2. You could say Kirk's the number 2. I feel like he's the number 2. He was drafted highly. The team likes him. He was like making a ton of noise in training camp, and now he's getting dropped. The Texans have looked terrible. Their offensive line stinks. We've hit on the Texans quite a bit on both the Intentional Lounging show and here on Intentional Fantasy. I don't know if I feel comfortable dropping Jaden Higgins yet, though. Is it still early, or am I just like smoking copium? Because I was very high on him coming into the season, Bobby, but I wouldn't drop him yet.
I think in Dynasty y'all are wild for that. In redraft, depends. Because I'm like you. Here's the problem. I have more faith in him as a player on almost any other team except this one. I did not think that team was going to be that bad. This team is so damn bad that I don't even know if the kicker's worth having because they can't even get that damn – the man can make 60-plus yard field goals. They can't even get there. They can't even get there. That's how bad they are. It's like Caleb Williams was like Cell from Dragon Ball Z and just absorbed all of that man's playing ability when they met.
CJ Stroud's?
Yeah, CJ Stroud. Because there was that crazy statistic that's been going around about since they met and Stroud gave his little pep speech or whatever to Caleb Williams and how Caleb Williams went positive and he's went negative.
Yeah.
I'm thoroughly convinced. I've never seen Cell from Dragon Ball Z and Caleb Williams in the same room either. I think if he gets tackled really hard and somebody takes his helmet off this Sunday, I think you might see an anthropomorphic insect man from the planet Namek underneath there. And I think he's got a little pincer that comes out of the back of his football pants and he sucks playing ability out of people and just leaves a husk of equipment behind. Because I think Jaden Higgins a player. I do agree with you. I think the capital and all the hype and everything is there.
He looked good.
That man is in a very bad spot for redraft. So if you have better options, I get it. But if you don't, then I would see what happens. But I didn't think that team was going to be that bad. I thought they were going to be bad. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, Stroud has to bounce back a little bit, right?
I don't know, man. I thought he would, but it's been 3 weeks now. And like I said, there's still a lot of football left to play, but everything about that team, they don't have a run game. They don't have a passing game. They don't have coaching. The line, just everything. Even the defense doesn't look as good as it did. It's just
that safety, CJ Gardner-Johnson, just released by the team.
Yeah. That guy's been a locker room cancer for a while, though. He's been bouncing around.
I was wondering if the losing has made things go south in there. And if that's true, you might be right. There might not be great times ahead for Houston.
Yeah, I don't read too much into them letting him go because, he's just been bouncing. He's been on 3 teams in 3 years. I know, he was with Detroit. He didn't work out in Detroit.
I don't know, man. It still makes me nervous. When a guy like that gets let go and the team's situation has been the way it is, I'm worried.
I mean, yeah, it's tough, but Dynasty, you got to hold. You can't go dropping a guy in Dynasty that you spent that capital on.
Oh, in Dynasty, yeah.
Yeah. But in redraft, if you got better options, sure, just it's case by case basis who you're dropping them for. If you're dropping them for Russell Wilson, get out of here. But
right. Well, let's do this. All right, Jaden Higgins or Trey Tucker.
See, that's tough because I'm looking at that redraft mentality.
This is all redraft. Just from redraft.
And I don't like it. I wouldn't. In redraft, I'm trying to tell myself redraft because the only redraft league I'm in this year, I can't even work the waiver. So I don't have like a real world perspective from like, oh, I did do this. But I think I'm throwing up in my mouth, but he's going to score points. He won't score 3 touchdowns worth of points, but he'll score more points probably than Jaden Higgins, at least in the near future. I know it's disgusting, but.
See, I think I'd still rather have Higgins. What about Tyquan Thornton?
That one, because it's going to end soon. I think I'd take Higgins over him because, like, you got to think Tyquan Thornton, as we've been saying, it probably ends in 2 weeks. And then you would hope in 2 weeks that it could go up for Higgins. So I'd probably take Higgins over Thornton.
Now, what about Shepard?
Shepard, if you really need 8 points, like I said, he's going to get you 8 points.
You really need 8.
I know. It's not sexy, man, but if you need depth and you need that guy and you just if you're not wanting a lottery ticket or you're not wanting like a scratcher, like I said, you need 8 points. He'll get you 8. Won't get you 7, won't get you 10 or 9, but he'll get you 8.
How about any wide receiver on Dallas not named CD or Pickens?
Oh, I'm taking Higgins. I'm taking the shot on Higgins over them because they're all mystery boxes at that point. Turpin, mystery box. The other dude, Tolbert, mystery box. Higgins is a mystery box. I'd rather go with, All
right, last one. Let's end on some H's. Hunter Henry or Higgins?
I think Hunter Henry. in redraft.
I think you're right on that one.
For the upside. If you need that tutty.
Yeah. No,
that could be a difference maker.
I think Henry's the only one of the ones that we mentioned that I probably would do that trade for. Or do that waiver claim for. All right, Bobby. Anything else before we get out of here, man? That was the show.
No, appreciate everybody's support. Appreciate everybody subscribing, joining us, asking questions. It's what keeps this show going, makes it all worthwhile, and we literally couldn't do it without you, so it means a lot. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody. Had a blast again today, like always. Bobby, thank you for joining me. Tomorrow, I am back at 6 o'clock with Ethan, going over the entire NFL slate, starting with Thursday Night Football, ending with Monday Night Football. We break the whole thing down, have games for you guys along the way. Thursday, me and Bobby breaking down the UFC card. The UFC is back. They took a week off last week. We're talking, it is
Reyes versus Reyes.
Oldberg versus Reyes.
Oldberg.
A little bit of a nasty card. You guys might need some betting help, so please make sure you guys do tune in on Thursday. And then Friday, I am stepping into the seat for Wyatt as he is in Hawaii, and I will be breaking down some college football, doing my best. So, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week for Intentional Fantasy. Peace, guys.
Peace.